How's it going, everybody? High Times Pokemon here. Today we're back with a different video. Today we're going to be going over some PSA submissions that I'm going to be sending in. I kind of wanted to do a before and after of basically cards that I'm going to be sending in. I've done a bunch of examination on these cards. I've had friends of mine come over and take a look at them. I really want these cards to come back 10s, and some of them I know may get lower, maybe even a 9 or an 8. But I'm pretty willing to take a risk. So this one, I'm pretty confident this one's going to get a 9. It may get a 10, but some of the corners are a little not rounded and not very perfect. The centering is actually really good. We don't have any dings on this card, so I was a little impressed with this one. So I'm pretty sure this one's going to get probably like a 9. If I get lucky, I'll get a 10. This one is by far my favorite one that I want to get graded, so I'm hopeful on that one. The next one, it's going to be Fat Pikachu. This one I'm pretty sure is from Vivid Voltage. This one is in beautiful shape. The card looks great. I try to find any major issues with this one. I really didn't see anything. Forgive any little bits of hair or dust, like right there. That's just dust on the inside of the card sleeve. Gonna leave that there. Let's go over the Flying Pikachu from Celebrations. This one was in really good shape. I was trying to find a lot of issues with this one, but I really couldn't find too many. Really little stuff that was bothering me, but nothing major. So I was really impressed with this card. So I'm confident this one's going to get a 9, maybe even a 10 if we're lucky. And our next one, it's another Celebrations card. One of more liked cards, Surfing Pikachu VMAX. This one looks great. Yeah, this card turned out really good. Forgive some of the scratches. That's part of the card sleeve and penny letter. I was messing around with them, sliding them back and forth. This card just looks excellent right here. His hair, so not worried about that one. Now we're getting some generation cards that I pulled a long time ago, and I am really hopeful on some of these. Like this Radiant Collection Pikachu, the centering on the front is really good. The hollow's in good shape. I have a little bit of worry on the back. If you noticed here, there's a small ding. I don't know what else aside from that, and then maybe a little whitening right there, and then maybe is a small speck right there. This one I think is going to come back with like an 8 or a 9. 8 is being a little conservative and hoping that they're nice to me, but I'm really hopeful with that card. And our next one's going to be a Pikachu V 25th anniversary promo card. This one is in really good shape. The nice part about this one is it's not a super expensive card, but a lot of the PSA 10s I looked up for this one, even they had more dings and more issues, so I really think this might be a card worth sending if I can get a 10 in it. A 9, not so much, but a 10 would be nice. A Birthday Pikachu. I love this card so much. I thought it turned out really well, this one in particular. I was trying to find any issues with the front. The hollow looked good. The stamped looked good. And the back was in great shape. No little dings, no little nicks, and all the sides to me look pretty even. So I was pretty impressed with this Birthday Pikachu card. So hopefully that comes back a 10. And here's the... Oh, put that one back down. Here's a Pikachu V Union. I got this one from a friend of mine. He got the whole set, and he had to sell them to me, but I am going to get it graded, and hopefully it comes out good. The funny part is, this is the only one of the 4 that's in good shape. The other ones are, they are in some dog water shape, unfortunately. I've really looked over all of them, and they are just not worth sending in. Then here's one that I'm really excited for, a really expensive raw card, Togepi, Cleffa, and Igglypuff GX. This is the alternate art from the Small But Mighty box. This one looked really good. I've had this one sitting in a top loader for a long time. And now that I'm sending cards in, this is one that I was really looking forward to because I never saw any issues with this one. The centering looks good. Top to bottom might be a little off. The bottom looks a little bit bigger. But I looked up a 10 in this, and maybe even the sides are a little off. And then one of them that had a 10 looked worse. So I'm praying that the guy's nice to me. Or girl. Got a Blissey V. This is an illustration rare. One of the ones I really like for Blissey. I always thought this one just was such a beautiful card. It looked really nice, so I wanted to get it graded. Couldn't find too many major issues with this one. Forgive me for the little bits of hair and stuff that are on there with my dogs and myself. You got a little bit on the cards. This is an old Mewtwo card that I actually pulled myself. I am really hopeful. I don't think this is going to get a 10, and I'll be completely honest. I don't think it's perfect, but I think it's good enough to at least get a 9. If we just flip it over, if we noticed here, there's no major dings. There might be something small right there, and maybe something small right here, but the card itself was just perfect. So I want to get it graded. The next one, got a Mewtwo, 25th anniversary from Celebrations. This card's nothing special, but I had 3 of them, and this was the best of the 3, so I kind of wanted to get it graded. And I have pretty high hopes it's going to get at least a 9. So let's see. Okay, now this one and the next card, they're both from the Generations Ultimate Premium Collection. This card is, I'll be honest, guys, this is probably going to get like a 7. Might even get a 6. I love this card, and I'm kind of getting it graded just for myself and on my own personal. If we look here, right there, we got a good amount of whitening on this corner. And then, oh, that glare's bad. And if you look right here, the whitening up there. So this one's probably going to get a 6. But I'm sending it in just because I pulled this one myself. And this card in particular got me back into Pokemon. Seeing this one and this Mew right here in an Ultimate Premium Collection box at a card shop, I just had to buy it. So I'm willing to take a little hit on that one. Then the Mew EX, same thing. From the X and Y promo from the 20th Anniversary Generation box. This one's in okay shape. Nothing too bad. We got a little bit of whitening up here, and if I remember correctly, a little bit of whitening on both of these corners. This one I expect to get an 8. So if anything, these will probably be cards that I keep, but I really like them, and I want to get them graded, so it's worth it to me. The next 2 are some beautiful cards. So we got a Flareon EX from Generations. This card is in great shape. I have 2 of them that just look beautiful. Very, very little issues. Maybe a little bit of centering on this one, but the card is just gorgeous. I can't find a reason to not send it in. So this is one that I'm going to send in and pray that I get a 10, because the 10 is like $3,000, which is insane. And here's another one so people can see. This one turned out really good too. I didn't find any major issues with this one. The Radiant Collection arts were so beautiful, so let's pray we get something good on both of those. The next one's a Sylveon EX from Radiant Collection. This card's in okay shape. I think this one I'm kind of dead set on getting it graded because I personally really like this card, and I think it's so adorable. So I'm going to be sending this in and just knowing that it's probably going to come back a 7 or an 8. The main reason is I see a little bit of print lines on this one. Oh, I see a little mosquito too. I see a little bit of print lines on this one. Not much, but like 1 or 2. And then the back has very, very slight dings. And knowing PSA, they're going to knock that off, and it's not going to go super well. But I'm hopeful. Next one's another Sylveon EX from Generations. This Radiant Collection art was just so beautiful. What they did on this set was one of my favorites. And like I said before, it's one of the main reasons why I got back into the set. And there's another little one there. So this one will probably get a lower grade too, but beggars can't be choosers. We can be hopeful. Pulling them myself just does something else for it, knowing that I got that, I pulled it, and it's been in my collection for a while. Got an Umbreon Gold Star from the 25th anniversary. This card looked really good, so I'm sending this one in. I couldn't find any major issues with it. This is something on the card, or excuse me, on the art sleeve. Next, got an Eevee illustration rare. Such a beautiful card, little Voltorb, Pikachu plush. This promo card looked really good. The only thing that I'm a little worried about is if you noticed up here, there's like some whitening, like right on that line. And then maybe a little ding there. But other than that, the card was in nice shape. So I was really, really happy with that one. Here's another one. Here's a Gardevoir EX. It's a secret rare. This card I got from a friend of mine. He needed to get some money to help pay some rent. And I just thought the card looked gorgeous. I wasn't able to find too many major issues. I noticed a little whitening in this corner. And when me and him were looking at it, we noticed a little whitening there. But aside from that, the card is just gorgeous. It's in great shape, great pattern, no major print lines. It's that I have a lot of faith that that card's going to come back a 9, maybe even a 10. It's a Gardevoir EX from Generations. I have 2 of these as well. So the same thing with this one. No major issues. We have a small nick right there. And little bits up top on here. But even if I get an 8 or a 9, I'd be pretty happy with this one. And the same thing with the next one. We notice we had pretty good centering. Pretty good card. Look, no major print lines. And in the back, if I remember correctly, this one has the small nick at the bottom and something very tiny up top. But it's hopeful. We'll pray for another 9. Next one. Mega Gardevoir EX. Another Radiant Collection Gardevoir. This one was in decent shape. We had a small nick down there and a small one up here. But other than that, the card just looks great. The Radiant Collection cards were always really nice print quality, so I have faith that this card's going to come back really, really well. Next one. Got a Reshiram and a Charizard GX from Sun and Moon. This promo, I was surprised how good of shape it was. I was trying to find a bunch of major issues with it because I have another one and you can tell the stuff that's wrong with it. This one, not too many. Little nicks from it being in a promo, but I think this one might come back a 9 or a 10. Charizard and Braxton GX. This one I want to get graded because I really like it. I'll be honest, I think this one might come back an 8. The centering isn't perfect, but the card is just really pretty. So I said, let's get it graded. We notice we have a small nick on the side. And then there was one up there too. Other than that, the card was beautiful. Next. Got a Charizard GX, or EX, excuse me. Sun and Moon, or no, excuse me, this is Scarlet and Violet. 74 promo. This one was beautiful. So now we got a Lance's Charizard. So with Lance's Charizard, This one looked really good. I have like 3 of these, and this one was the best looking one. A lot of the other ones that I've seen have a bunch of nicks at the top from when they're stuck in the box, but this one just looks really, really good. All right, now we got a Clive. One of my more like trainers. This one was actually a friend of mine's. He pulled this one, and when I had to buy it off of him, he was a little sad giving it to me because he kind of looks like Clive. Forget the sideburns, but a friend of mine looks pretty close to Clive, so I'm glad I have it, and if I get it graded, I'll make sure to show him and we can reminisce. So here's our Lisa's Appeal. This one looked really good. I have 2 of these, and this one was the best of the 2. And I did a lot of comparison online, and I thought this one turned out to be pretty good. So fingers crossed. Next one's a Marini. This one's a promo, but I really just love the way this card came out. Didn't see anything major with this one. I have this one, 2 copies of here, and the other one was a fair bit worse, so maybe I'm just comparing them, but I think this one might get a 9. Okay. Next is going to be a secret rare Fighting Energy from Chilling Reign. I pulled this one myself a long time ago, and I've always loved the way these cards look. I know they're not worth a ton, but I might spend some time to get a full set of all the gold energies just because they're special, they're unique, and it was something I really liked. So that's why I'm sending this one in. And it feels good when you pull something yourself and it just looks amazing. Okay, a few more. Here's a Dragonite EX. This one's from Evolutions. This is hair on the thing. This one was great. Raichu GX. Another Sun and Moon promo. I have 2 of these as well, and I was trying to compare the 2, and this one by far just really spoke to me, and it looked really good. I couldn't find any major issues with it, so we're going to send it in. And then this one, I'm really excited for this. The Snorlax GX. This one I pulled that my friend that I bought all his cards off of him, he got me this for Christmas, or it was my birthday one year. And I've kept it in a hard sleeve and kept it hidden for a while. It's a great card, and it's one of those things where I just kind of want to send it, and it actually looks pretty good. So we're going to hope that this Sun and Moon promo just turns out well. So fingers crossed, guys. I love that crazy Snorlax card. All right, my last pile. I appreciate you all sticking around. Sorry this is taking so long. Let's finish it up. Let's do some lightning rounds. All right, we got a Sandaconda VMAX. I pulled this one myself, and I thought it looked good. It's not a super expensive card. Not super high pop value for people who want it, but I like it, and it's kind of one of those things where I pulled it, so I'm willing to give it a shot. Next one, it's going to be a Zoroark GX. This one is just a very basic card, but it just looked really good. Another situation of having a few and comparing them. This one I thought looked really good. It's a little off left to right centering, but aside from that, the card was just in great shape. So I said, you know what? Let's send it in. Let's see what we can get. And then here's an old, not super old, but here's a Rayquaza promo from X and Y. This was from the Rayquaza box that came with a figure, if I remember correctly, because I opened up 2 of them on my channel. If I remember correctly, it's the first video, so go ahead and check that one out. Here's our Rayquaza. It's not in the best shape, few dings, but I really like this card, and it helped me get my channel up and running. So we're going to send it in. Next one's going to be a Sawsbuck. It's in beautiful shape. Not too many issues on that one. So send this illustration rare in and hopefully get lucky on it. All right, next one. Silaglyph illustration rare. This one I thought just looked really good, so I figured might as well get it and send it in. Full send, guys. Next one is going to be a Zekrom card. This card I thought was in great shape. The only thing that I was worried about is the top has this weird, like, white strip. So I'm worried this is going to knock the card off to, like, a 0. But other than that, the card is just, the shape of it was good. The look of the card was good. The hollow foil was in really good shape, so I'm hopeful. Next card is going to be a Mimikyu. This one was from the ETB, if I remember correctly. This one was in pretty good shape. Very small dings, but other than the very small dings, the card just looks great. So, gonna full send this one. And then this one is is a Ditto card. I just love the way this Ditto card looks, and the card was in good shape. So I said, forget it. Let's just let's send it in. It's gonna probably come back an 8 or a 9, but with my luck, I'm not too hopeful, but it's okay. Let's try it. Next one, it's going to be a Shining Jirachi. I pulled this one myself, and the card just looks beautiful, so been wanting to send it in. I had a lot of Shining cards, and after going through them with a friend of mine, they were not in great shape, so we decided only to send a few. Here's a Celebi. It's in great shape. This one I'm confident will get an 8 or a 9. I got 2 Lechonks. This is kind of for the memes. The card is in good shape, but it's a meme. It's not a super expensive card, but both of these babies, if they came back 9 or 10s, that'd be hilarious. So I am going to get them graded. So I always love the little fat pig. Next one's Zekrom from Celebrations. Nothing special with this card. It's not even a super expensive card, but I like the way it looked, and getting it in a 10 would be awesome. Next one's going to be Reshiram. Nice little Reshiram card from Celebrations. There's a little bit of dirt inside of the card sleeve. I'll have to get that out. The card's in great shape, so hopefully this one comes back a 10. A few more, guys. Sorry for it's taking so long. We got 2 Gardevoirs from Delta Species, the Celebrations version. So this card, or these cards, were both in really good shape. One of them's a little bit better than the other. But with that being said, we're really hopeful that these cards are going to come back in 9 or 10s. So we can be hopeful. We can pray. Pray to the Pokemon gods. And then the next thing is another 2. 2 Blastoise from Celebrations. These I was worried about getting 2 of them graded, but I really like this card, and I thought they both were in really good shape, so it's worth taking a risk for me just based off the pop of the card, how expensive they are, and just the overall look. So sending these in is kind of a shot in the dark. And this trainer, I really liked, honestly. It's not a super expensive trainer. Nothing special with this trainer, but getting it in a 10 would be a nice addition to the collection. Nothing major. Maybe a small nick right there, and maybe a little one there. But the card is just gorgeous, and maybe even a small one there. Still worth it. I'm going to send it. We'll see what it gets. So this is a Jolteon from Power Keepers. But I will not lie to you guys. This card is in trash condition. I found this in a binder at Goodwill, and I'm sending it in for the lulz. I can tell that it is trashed. I can tell that it is whitened everywhere. I can tell that it's damaged. I know this card is going to get probably a PSA. Let's guess. Let's guess, and I want to see your guys guess in the comments. This Power Keepers Jolteon is probably going to get a 2. If we're lucky, a 4 or a 3 or a 4. Let's be hopeful. But this is for the lulz. Thank God for Goodwill. The next one is a Brute Bonnet illustration, secret rare. Card looked great. Main thing is, I know it's not a super expensive card, and it's not even a super popular Pokemon, but the card looked good. So, give it a shot. The next one, two of the same card. They're Pokemon Go Pikachu promos. I've had them sealed for a long time. When a friend of mine came over, he just said, screw it, get them graded. They're in okay shape. I think these are going to come back 8s. Maybe a 9, but this one has a nick. This one had a small nick right there too. So PSA can be pretty judgy on the nicks, so maybe not. And the same thing with these. We had 2 GameStop Dragonites. I've had them sitting in the plastic for a while. They looked really good, and a friend of mine just convinced me to send it. We got a small nick there, a small nick there, and then on this one, there's nothing. But we'll see. Let's pray they come back at 10. Alrighty, guys, last few cards. Next one's going to be a Japanese Arceus from Arceus. This is the pre-order of the game. If you pre-ordered the game, you would get this sent to you from Japan. I don't really collect Japanese cards, but great shape card, and I have a feeling this might go up one day, so we're gonna get this one graded too. Next one, not a very valuable card, but I just love the way it looks. A gold Chen-Pao EX. Card's in great shape. Centering looked good, top to bottom, and the back looked really good. So, this is kind of another one where shot in the dark. I have faith it might turn out good. And then a Bravery illustration, secret rare. Card just looked good. Main reason I'm sending it in. Not a very expensive card, but I like the way the card looks, so hopefully it comes back a 9 or a 10. Next one is Jasmine's Gaze. I pulled this one myself just a few days ago. Me and my girlfriend together were opening up cards. She's finally getting into it, and she pulled a Melodic, and I pulled this. So she won for sure, but this baby is in great shape. Her Melodic, not so much. Last card is a Ceruledge EX. Not a super expensive card as well, but the card and the art looked really nice to me, so I wanted to get this card graded, and it was in good shape. And like I was saying, my girlfriend pulled the Melodic from Surging Sparks. Here it is. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card. The only problem is if you look left to right, it is god-awful. It is so big over here and so tiny over here. You can really tell, like, with the shine and how big it is. Or if you go to the back, if you notice, there's like a thick, it's just thicker. So, unfortunately, I will not be able to send this one in. But, it's still a gorgeous card. Anyways, guys, it was High Times Pokemon. Thanks for watching. I would love to hear what your guys' guesses are for what I'm going to get graded. If you have a favorite card in this big old stack, please let me know. And we'll wait a little bit from PSA. We got about 45 to 50 days. A lot of people say it comes back quicker, but who knows? Other than that, it's High Times Pokemon, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Peace.